So are you headed to Marriott's Aruba Surf Club? Well, I have 12 tips for you that you need to know about. Coming right up. Hello and welcome to Destination Timeshare. I'm Jeremy, and before we get started talking about these 12 tips that you need to know about before you visit Marriott's Aruba Surf Club, I just want to let you know, on this channel, I like to provide my knowledge, tips and advice to help you get the most from your timeshare ownership. So if that's the kind of stuff you want to see, be sure to subscribe down below. Also, click on that notification bell so you don't miss out when I post any videos. Alright, so let's get into this. We visited Marriott's Aruba Surf Club a couple of times now, and I have 12 tips for you to hopefully make your stay a little bit better. Alright, so let's get into tip number 1, and this has to do with the lazy river, and that is to bring your own floats, your own tubes, your own rafts, whatever it might be. Keep in mind, they do have a maximum limit here of 50 inches for the floats in their lazy river, but you don't want to get there without a float and have to buy one probably in their marketplace, because they're considerably much more expensive than you can get at home. So check out all the online stores, check out the stores in your neighborhood as well, and buy some floats. Pack them in your luggage and take them with you to enjoy floating around that magnificent lazy river that they have at Marriott's Aruba Surf Club. Okay, tip number 2 kind of leads from tip number 1, and that is take advantage of the air hoses that they have there. You don't want to be sitting around in your pool chair, your pool lounger, puffing and puffing to inflate your float that hopefully you brought from home. So head over towards the towel hut. They have air hoses there that you can use to quickly inflate your tube to float around the lazy river. Okay, tip number 3, and this is one that probably a lot of people do already, and maybe you've already planned on it, but that is rent a car. I mean, you're in Aruba, the driving is actually extremely easy. All of our trips there, we have rented a vehicle, and it gives you the freedom to go out and check out the island. You can head down towards the south end and check out Baby Beach. You can drive over to Alta Vista Chapel as well and check that out. But you have all possibilities of places to explore. Now, there are a few places you won't be able to because you may need a four-wheel drive vehicle. So do check out, another option there is to rent a Jeep that will help you to get to those places that you couldn't get to with a car. Now just keep in mind, when you rent cars in Aruba, you're going to find a lot of times they're not like car rental agencies here in the domestic United States. You will find that a lot of the cars are pretty old, maybe pretty beat up as well. So keep that in mind. You're probably not going to get a brand new car like you might be used to when renting from the big agencies in the United States. Alright, on to tip number 4, and that is to tag your chair, your pool chair, your beach chair, whatever kind of chair you're tagging. You need to tag it early, and I mean early. What you'll find here is at the Marriott Aruba Surf Club, they have a chair tagging system. So when you check in, if you have 3 people in your party, 4 people in your party, they give you 3, 4 chair tags. However many chair tags you need for however many people are in your villa, that's what they give you. What you need to do is go down, unfortunately, early and tag your pool chair or your chair on the beach. This system is essentially set up to prevent people from reserving chairs at the pool and chairs at the beach at the same time. But we've found that you get down there really early and there's all kinds of chair tags that have essentially reserved pool chairs. So these chair tags are just a reservation system for blocking out chairs and hogging chairs early. So in order to get a chair, you need to go down early and tag it. Alright, tip number 5, that is do not feed the iguanas. It might be tempting, they might look cute, but do not feed the iguanas. They essentially end up becoming more aggressive. We've seen people that have brought their food back to their pool lounger. They start eating and there's iguanas coming from all directions to surround them, hoping to get something to eat. So please do not feed the iguanas. They actually do have a place in and around the resort where they feed the iguanas once a day. So don't worry, they're not going to go hungry. Alright, on to tip number 6 here, and that leads from the last tip, and this might be mostly directed at the ladies, but don't wear red toenail polish. It might be tempting. You're going to the beach, you want to look good, you want to have good looking toenails, but remember, iguanas, they like fruit. And what does a red toenail look like? It looks like a maraschino cherry, And iguanas love maraschino cherries. You don't want the iguanas coming and trying to eat your toes. So try and avoid red toenail polish when you're at the pool or at the beach at the Aruba Surf Club. All right, on to tip number 7, and that is head to the grocery store. Hopefully when you're at Marriott Aruba Surf Club, you've booked a 1-bedroom or larger villa. Now, even if you have a studio, you do have a small refrigerator, a microwave there, but head to the grocery store and purchase some groceries to get you through the week, even if it's just for breakfast and light lunches and maybe the odd dinner, or even not. You can save a whole lot of money by going to the grocery store. Now, don't expect the same prices that you're used to seeing in the United States or even overseas, because obviously Aruba is an island and they have to have everything shipped in, but you will still save a lot of money over going out to eat every day, and especially if you're eating at the resort itself. In Aruba, they have 2 main grocery stores that we've actually been to. They have Ling & Sons and they have Superfoods. We really do like Superfoods, but there are people out there that also like Ling & Sons. So check those out, and keep in mind they have a gelato named Pico Bello. It is fantastic. So when you're at the grocery store, get some of that too. Okay, on to tip number 8 now, and that is to pack some bokeh clips. And if you're not sure what these are actually little clips that you can purchase at places like Bed Bath & Beyond. You can find them online as well. So what these are for is to keep your towels from blowing away. What you do is you put your towel on your chair, and then you use these to clip the towel to the chair. They won't blow away. And because they actually have fairly strong trade winds in Aruba, it might be a good idea to buy 2 sets. So have 4 of these, one so you can clip your towel to the top, and another to clip it at the bottom along the seat of the chair to stop it from blowing away as well. So that's just another tip. Pick up some of these bokeh clips for your next trip to the surf club. All right, on to tip number 9, and that is sunscreen. You're going to a very hot climate, and the closer to the equator you get, the stronger and the hotter the sun will be, and it is a good idea to bring this along with you instead of relying on getting it there, because like I mentioned earlier about the groceries, everything has to be shipped in, and you will find they seem to think because you're in the Caribbean you need sunscreen, and they charge a bundle for these things, perhaps maybe even double or more of what you would pay back home. So definitely find a way to fit these things into your luggage so you don't get there and find out you didn't bring any and you gotta buy it instead, because that will save you a lot just by bringing it along with you. All right, we're now on to tip number 10, and that just happens to be pack a stainless steel cup. These cups will keep your drinks cold for hours and hours. We actually have used these quite a bit. This is actually a Tervis brand, but they will keep your drinks cold for a long time. We've even had ice in them the next morning after using them the day before. So you can actually fill this up in your room, or even if you bring some beverages down to the pool with you, you can fill it up down there and take advantage of savings of a lot of money versus getting drinks, getting soda, getting whatever at the pool bar. So that is one thing I definitely recommend. Bring along some stainless steel cups. They work really well. All right, so in normal times at the Marriott Aruba Surf Club, they have a Palapa reservation system. So at 7 a.m. and at 4 p.m., you can reserve Palapas. So at 7 a.m., you're essentially going down to reserve a Palapa for the same day, and at 4 p.m., you're going down to reserve one for the next day. Now, this is obviously only during normal times. We're not here right now. They don't have any reservation system at the moment, but you want to make sure you're down there early. Lines form very early to reserve a Palapa, and you don't want to miss out on getting a row that's up near the front, close to the water. So make sure you're there early, maybe even an hour before, to make sure you're near the front of the line. So now that this is out there, everybody's going to arrive early, and then you're going to be forced to arrive even earlier. It's just, I guess, the drawbacks of paradise at the Aruba Surf Club. Make sure you're there early to get your reservation for a Palapa. Okay, on to tip number 12 here, and that is to request a high floor. Now, obviously, everybody can request one, but not everybody will get one. But it is always important to put in villa requests ahead of time with the resort. So give them a call and request a high floor, because even garden view rooms in the Spyglass Tower have pretty good ocean views, even if it is to the side. So you always want to make sure you request a high floor to make sure you're getting the best views, and regardless of what view type you've actually booked. Of course, these requests are never guaranteed, but hey, it never hurts to ask. So there you have it, my 12 tips for visiting Marriott's Aruba Surf Club. Do you have any that I've missed? If so, leave them down in the comments below for others that come to see this video. And if you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And to see more videos about timeshare, check out the description box below. And for another video about Marriott's Aruba Surf Club, check out this one right up here. And YouTube, they think you'll like that one down there. Be sure to subscribe. You can do so by clicking on my picture right here. Hit that notification bell. And remember, until next time, the best destination is always a timeshare.